Happy Christmas to you. You said last week that we would find out today whether Reece James may need surgery on his hamstring injury. Can you tell?
No, at the moment, no. We don't know. Today is Monday. Still time to see. Okay?
Yeah, right.
I think in the next few days we will see. And we will know the possibilities, all the options.
Just thoughts on the team selection for this match. Are you going to give some game time to Nkunku and also Lockyer?
No, Lavia, no, still not. And Christophe was involved last game Saturday, and he's going to be involved. Today he was training well. Yes, maybe we'll have the possibility, to be involved in some minutes on the game.
Just on this quarterfinal with Newcastle, given where you are in the league table, how important now is the Carabao Cup for Chelsea?
I think for Newcastle also is important competition, but for us, from the beginning of the season was one of our objective, and of course, still our objective. It's going to be important game tomorrow. We want to go through, but we know that we're going to face a very good team. It's a Champions League team, and it's going to be tough.
Hopefully better than the 4-1 at Newcastle.
Yes, and then I can be on the dugout, because I wasn't on the dugout, and yeah, it's going to be nice to be on the dugout against Newcastle.
Mauricio, the last time Chelsea won the League Cup was in 2015, and you were the manager of Tottenham that year. I mean, how much personally would you like to lift this Carabao Cup?
Much, sorry?
In 2015,
yes.
Chelsea, that was the last time Chelsea won the League Cup, and you were the Tottenham manager at Wembley that day. So how much would you like to actually lift the Carabao Cup yourself as a manager?
Of course, I want to win a trophy here in England. I want to lift the trophy now if we have the possibility in this competition, because I think it's important. Yes, my wish and my desire is to win, and that is one of the competitions that we are involved and it's possible. But of course, we need to respect our opponent. Newcastle is going to be tough. We need to deserve to go through to the semi-final.
And what about the Club World Cup now in 2025? Chelsea have been included in
2025.
2025. So
I need to see my contract.
Chelsea,
if the owner, if Chelsea extend my contract, I will maybe answer better.
Just on that, I mean, it's Chelsea in 32 teams in the USA, June and July for 1 month. I mean, what are your thoughts about 32 teams and Chelsea in the Club World Cup?
If that happen, I don't know if it's going to happen, but if that happen, it's too far away. It's still time, but it's not our hands. I think the coaches, we are not talking about that. It's not our decision, owner decision, and of course, the UEFA or the FIFA is the decision. It's not our decision. We need to accept the decision that are above us.
And just finally, everyone in football today is thinking about Tom Lockyer of Luton Town. I mean, what did you make of what happened on Saturday, and what's your message to Tom and to Luton?
We feel really, really sorry, and we're really sad about the situation. Always it's difficult to see a player or seeing this thing happen in football. Yes, we feel really sorry. We can only what we can say is to expect that can be as soon as possible recovery and start to play again. That is what we all wish for him and the best thing and feel it for Luton Football Club.
Thank you, Bruce. Hi, Mauricio. You well? Just off the back of that, actually, I mean, sort of Daley Blind had a heart problem. Christian Eriksen collapsed during the Euros. Tom Lockyer. Is this becoming more of a worry in football?
He's always worried, the things that happen, this type of thing, and then because he's during the games, he's on TV and everyone can see, and of course it's a drama, and then when he's in TV on live, everyone can see. But it's a thing that happened in the past, and it's happened, and it's difficult to anticipate and try to That's how we can anticipate that not happen no in the future. That is why the science is working, trying to anticipate. That is why too many tests to see, but on the end it's an unpredictable things that can happen and difficult to know why. And yes, it's part of the sport, but it's part of life.
In terms of winning a trophy in this country, you've come close with Spurs in finals, the League Cup, obviously Chelsea, FA Cup. What would it mean to you to actually win your first trophy in this country?
I think it means more for the people or than for us. I think it means a lot because I think we want to deliver the show for our club, for our fans, of course for the player want to deliver the show and to lift a trophy always is the most important thing is to win. It's difficult to measure like it's important, it's really important. Of course it's a priority being Chelsea and to have the possibility to win a title or to win a title is really important, and is that we want to do is in our mind, it's our objective, and of course tomorrow we need to be ready to fight because I think it's going to give the possibility to be closer to win a title. That is why tomorrow we need to fight. We need to be aggressive. We need to be, to follow the last game in the way that we behave and in the way that we approach the game and improving in the way that we play. I think, but to keep the same mentality and the same capacity to fight for every single ball.
But you're a big name manager. You're an elite manager in this sport. Do you yourself think I need to win a trophy in England because other managers of my standard have won trophies in England?
Well, I think I don't know the answer. I think you need to be in the right club in the right moment, with all the elements to win. To be elite manager, I think not necessarily you need to win titles. I think too many elite managers that still didn't win or they are going to win or won. I think it's important to analyze every single project that you were involved and then say, come on, yes, you can progress or not, you can deliver the show that everyone expects, or sometimes you cannot achieve the expectative. But I think it's important because more than for us is for the club. I think it's important for the club because it's going to be a boost, an energy, and I really believe in this project.
And last one, I know the World Club Cup is 2 years away, and we're not sure where you'll be. Hopefully, be here. But I'll be asking.
But it's confirmed. Confirmed.
Well, but you'll be here.
No,
The World Club Cup.
both. Yeah.
Is it? Are we asking too much of players? I mean, they don't get much of a rest now. But I mean, if you're going to ask them from 2 years' time to go and play another tournament in the summer for another month,
what we can do is only to support the competition because nothing is going to change. If that happens, we need to design the strategy to arrive in the best form and try to be competitive, and then to not try to avoid, anticipate problems with our players. Too many competition, yes, is to force the player, but in the same time, maybe we need to change our mindset and to understand that sometimes we need to rotate more the player to give more space for to use all the squad. But the problem is fans or even you, when not play some player, why not play? After 4 or 5 games in a row in 15, 20 days, why not play? If you win, okay, no problem. But if you lose, because you didn't play, you didn't play. If you it's because not rotate. If you not rotate, because you rotate. And that is changed a little bit in the way that mine is set and say that we need to accept that maybe we need to rotate, we give more space to use the whole squad. But even the player need to accept it because the player, they want to play always. Even if we are tired, they try to lie us to say, no, I am good. And then if they don't perform, no, I was tired. Come on. But you tell me that you were perfect. You wanted to play, okay. And then I was tired. I didn't perform because I was tired. That even the player need to change, the mindset, because sometimes being egoist is important for the player because they need to think it themselves, but too much. The balance is the most important.
Thank you.
John South.
So do you think that's one of the reasons why you've got a whole host of injuries? Newcastle have probably got even more than you have. And there seems to be more injuries this season than there has been for a long time. Do you think that is because of the workload? There's too many games. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's difficult to know. Too many factors can to influence in the injured profiles. I think in different clubs should be different. For sure they analyze in a different way, but of course today the competition is really busy after the World Cup in winter, and yes, too many things that we were talking now. Also, sometimes it's difficult because coaches or clubs are under pressure, and you need to play with your best player, even if they are the best condition. Because if not, it's like tomorrow. If you don't play with what the player that you believe that should play, because of the names, Pochettino doesn't want to win the Carabao Cup or like this. How I convince you that some players maybe are tired and cannot perform? But it's difficult because after you need to win and you need to show that you were right. But if you lose, because in football you can lose, was wrong. The coach were wrong. And that is sometimes the problem in the way that we analyze the scene and put pressure. And football is a big pressure because we are all under pressure. And sometimes, you cannot afford to play in different way, even when you believe. We try always to be conscious about that if some player is in risk, maybe not to risk. And yes, but after you need to confirm with result that you were right. But because if you are wrong, say, why not play with this guy? Even if you change the decision, you can lose. But if you lose with normally the player that people believe and you believe that need to play, I think you are more protected. But the most important is to be honest and try to be honest with the player. Always we explain to the player, if we are seeing that you are not in condition and we take some risk, maybe you want to play because it's an important game, but it's not the best for you, it's not the best for the team. You can win, you can lose. But what we cannot do is to take risk.
Well, obviously with Christopher Nkunku, obviously you're waiting for the right time to bring.
Yeah, because the reality was he wasn't for me was a player to be involved after 2-0. I think I didn't want to take a risk with him. And if tomorrow, I think because I am seeing today much better than the day before to play against Sheffield United, maybe increase the possibility to be involved.
Half an hour. Where is he at? Can he play full game?
How I see today, I can tell you, maybe can play 20 minutes. How I saw him before the game with Sheffield United, in my mind, I was 1%, 2% of doubt. That is why I didn't want to take a risk. That I explained how I explained to him. Because, I'm not going to, I need to be 100%. And then, okay, things can happen. But if I have 1% the doubt, I think it was good for him to feel doing the warm-up, being involved with the team. That was amazing. But why to take a risk when it was 2-0 the game? And because 1% in my back of my mind was thinking, I don't know, it's the right moment for him to go to play.
And just finally for me, is this game tomorrow the biggest game you've had since you've been at the club, would you say?
I don't know. For sure it's important. It's really important. I want to go through. And we want to go through to the semi-final. And we want to win the competition. I think it's our priority, is to go through. Of course, Newcastle is a really good team, so good player, great coaches, and of course it's going to be tough. And I don't know, now is the most important game. For me, the most important game was Saturday, and now it's going, always the next is the most important game.
Thanks, John. Last question in this section, James on. Just back on Nkunku, if I can. You've obviously had to deal with a lot of injuries so far this season, but just how much harder has it been for you to create your team without Nkunku, presumably your main striker?
No, that is what we project. No, is how we think, so people think. But I think we have Jackson or Broja now, full recovery. I think Nkunku can play number 9, but can play number 10, number 7, number 11, different position. I think also was a question mark Nkunku before to start the season, because it's about how the combination is going to be. During the preseason, we were using a different position, and of course, that is in the moment that you can assess, analyze, and now it's a process also that only in the last few weeks, after 4 or 5 months that was out, again, it's a process in the combination that is completely different than was in preseason than now, because the team evolved and the situation were changing, no? And yes, it's about now to how he feel. His priority is to feel 100% him and recover his feeling, and then it's how we can add on the team and see in which position, or to find different dynamic or different animation for him to fit and be decisive. That is what everyone expect.
And given that, then the fans have had to wait a long time to see him, but it's important then that they don't expect too much straight away from him. He's going to need time, isn't he?
Yes, it's that is my worry, is to put too much pressure on him and to say, oh, now he's arrived, the guy that is going to make us to win every single game and to change everything. And I don't believe that it's going to be like this, because he now needs time to recover his feeling. Hope that the star maybe tomorrow play and score 3 goals, but and then be consistent. But the most important thing is not to create too many pressure on him, because he need to find himself, feel the competition, and then to adapt in a team that was competing in the last 4 or 5 months without him. And that is why we need to be careful, because still didn't make the debut in Premier League, and you know how tough is Premier League for every single player that came from outside of England.
Thank you. Cameras off, please. That's end of the TV.